Hello, this is Mark Pratty again with a short training video, and in today's training video we're going to cover the autoresponder, the Buzz autoresponder. As you can see, I'm at the main screen of Buzz Media Powerline. First thing I'm going to do is just log in, so I'm going to click the login button. Okay, and once I get there I'm going to enter my user ID and password. And this will take me to my back office. Once I'm in my back office, you can see, welcome to the members area. My status is pro, yours might be different. And down on the left menu, you're going to see autoresponder. The first time you click autoresponder, it'll typically take you to the control panel and you should see a user ID. If you've previously logged in, it may take you directly to the responder panel. If you're at this panel, just simply click the login button, and now you're at the main responder panel. Okay, you have a couple of options available to you. This section, the gray section at the top here, basically allows you to edit your responders. Responder is the equivalent to a campaign. If you're used to something like Aweber or GetResponse. Subscriber, of course, is a subscriber to your list. You can add subscribers, you can edit subscribers, and you have the option to do a bulk add of subscribers as well. So if you have a list, you can upload a file, or you can enter and copy and paste a list into the responder. The last option up here is the forms option, and this is where you generate the code for an input form if you're creating a landing page or want to add it to a widget on your blog. So we'll cover that. I'm not sure if I'll cover that today, but we'll cover that in a later video. Okay, what I'm going to cover today is just simply creating a responder or a campaign. It's very simple. Looking at the screen, I already have three responders or campaigns created. You should see the same on your responder, difference being you will be the owner. These are the default campaigns. For now, don't make any changes to those. Subscribers are added when they go for your links, and there are auto emails that go out based on those campaigns. What we're going to do today is create a new campaign, say for one of your primary businesses. So I'm just going to go edit responders, and you'll see a new screen will pop up with some icons at the side. This is so you can actually go in and edit existing responders, delete them, or this little envelope symbol allows you to send a broadcast or what's called a burst mail out to your responder list. That's a one-time email. What we're going to do today is just add a new responder. So at the bottom here, it says add responder. So we'll click it. A screen will appear with some fields to fill in to configure your campaign or responder. First of all, a name. I'll just type in my business. Oh, it's already there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the opt-in level to single opt-in. What that means is when somebody enters their email, they'll be opted in. They will not receive a confirmation email where they have to verify a link. If you want them to receive a confirmation email and verify a link, you would select double opt-in. Notify owner. No, I don't want to receive an email every time somebody opts in. I'll be getting too many emails. If you do, just click yes and you'll receive an email every time somebody opts in. The owner email, that's where the email will go to when somebody opts in. I'll put my email in regardless. And here we have a reply to email as well. I'll put my email in. So for reply to email, when when the responder sends that emails to your list and they hit reply, this is where they're going to end up. And here's just a description. I'm just going to type in, this is my business, just for your own information. Now, when somebody opts in, there are default pages that say thank you for opting in, and when somebody opts out, there's a default page for opting out as well. But of course, you can, in these two areas down here, the first one you can create, it's HTML, you can create your own opt-in page to override the default, and you can create your own opt-out page to override the default. It's not required, but if you want to override the defaults, you're welcome to do that. You also have the opt-in redirect. So this will be the page that a subscriber will be taken to once they opt in. So basically, if they're completing a form, they submit to opt in into your list. After they press that submit, where will they get taken to? What page will they get taken to? If you don't put anything in, it'll go to a default page, thank you for opting in. But you can, of course, direct them to your landing page, to your website, to anywhere you wish. What I'm going to do is I'm going to direct them to a Buzz website. So I will just type in http:// Buzz Media Network. Okay, so I've just typed in the Buzz Media Network page. That's fine. That's basically all the information that's required. Of course, on the opt-out, you can send them to a page as well. Thank you for trying my product. Whatever you want to say. Anyway, so very important, you have to hit the save button. There's a little tiny button at the bottom here, but you have to hit the save button. Now once you've saved, it's going to say responders being added back to your list, and lo and behold, we have a responder. Now, you'll notice at the bottom here it says to add or update messages, click the pen symbol of a responder. Once you have a responder, two things you have to do. First of all, you need some messages to send out, so you can get creative and make up some great messages. And of course, you're going to need subscribers for your list as well. One other thing to point out, there is a help here. So if you click on the help, here it is, you will see a help page pop up, and there is information on how to, I guess, configure and set up and use a responder. So that could be a little bit of help. Some of it there may be a little technical, so if you need any help, you can always just send us a message, and we're happy to help out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit the responder, and the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to add a message. So here's my business that we just created. It's the last one on the list, and I'm going to click the pen symbol. And it takes me back to a screen that looks very much like the Create Responder screen. So I have an opportunity to edit that screen if I wish. But the difference between this screen and the original is you'll see at the top here, it says zoom down to responder messages. So we go down, and of course it's telling us there are no messages. Add one. And right at the bottom here, you'll see add a new message. So let me click add a new message, and there we go. Now we're just at a screen where we can just type in our messages. Now you have two entry areas. You have one which is your HTML entry area, and that's the visual area, and you have a text area. Most people email clients today will read an HTML area, so you can add your pictures and graphics and whatever you want in here. Some email clients will not, and you can add a text version at the bottom. I recommend that you probably type your basic stuff into the text version first, because the text version will do your spell check for you, typically. It'll show you what's wrong, at least on my Mac it does anyway. I'm not sure how it works on a Windows machine, but I like doing it this way because if I type something wrong, this is my MESSAGE, it's going to tell me it's spelled wrong. Great, and fortunately I can just correct. It won't do that in the HTML version. So, okay. So you can type your message in. You have a lot of options. There's a little link up here called tag reference. And if we click on that, what you're going to see is a list of tags. Tags are little pieces of code you can add in, such as the most common one that you would use is subscriber's name. So here, %, SUBR, first name, %, and that'll be the subscriber's name. So how you would use a tag is like this. So I'll just move that over to the side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab, I'm just going to copy and paste. You can do the same thing. Copy, and I'm going to go in here. What do I want to do here? I'm just going to paste that tag in. Paste. Add something in front. Hello. And there we go. I just added a tag. So what this will do is, now if the subscriber's first name happens to be John, it will say, hello John, this is my message. Now I'm going to take all this and I'll just copy it, and once again I'll just take it up here, and I'm just going to paste it in over here so I don't have to, and just a new line. Now you'll also see there's a tag that's already in here, and it's the unsubscribe message tag. You should always leave the unsubscribe message tag in your message to be compliant and not get any complaints, so people can unsubscribe from your list if they wish to. Okay, so you've also got to, of course, put in a title. Once again, I'm just going to put in hello, and you know what, I'm going to put in my actually did that twice. And I'll put in my title. Of course, you would put in a proper title for your message. And you can use tags in here as well. As you notice, it says here supports tags. So basically, there's a message that I could send out. Yours will be a little more elaborate than my demonstration message here. When you're doing your HTML, you have the ability to, of course, add your links. Visit my link. There you go. And what I'm going to do is I'll just highlight that. I'll go down here, I'll click the little chain symbol. And now I'm going to type in my link. http://buzzmedianetwork.com. Insert, and of course now I have a link. You also have the option to add in graphics and pictures. So insert an image. There's some basic formatting, left, right, bold, and so on, styles. and of course you can look at the HTML code as well. So one thing, when you're inserting a picture or a graphic, you have to make sure that that graphic is available on the web. It can't be on your local machine. Okay, when somebody opens their email, they have to be able to source that graphic. A good place to keep your graphics, if you put a picture on Facebook, you can use the Facebook link to that picture when you create it, or something like PhotoBucket, or if you have your own hosted site, of course you can keep the graphic on your own hosted site. Okay, so that's basically adding an email or a text for an email message. Now, important thing, the timing. When do you want this message to be sent? Now, all these timing parameters are based on when somebody subscribes to your list. So, if I want the message to be sent out immediately when somebody subscribes to my list, I just leave everything as 0. As soon as they subscribe, the message will be sent. Okay, now, the second message I put on my list, I might want to be sent 2 days after they subscribe. So I will put a 2 in there. So if I put a 2 and save it, the message will be sent 2 days after. When I create a third message, I may want it to be sent 4 days after they subscribe, and so on. Now I can get very detailed. Typically you don't, you're going to go by days. But if you wish, you can go by days and hours, so you can do an AM and a PM message, or you can have it sent very specifically at a specific hour and time. One thing is the email, the autoresponder, of course, is sending out a large number of emails. So if you put in down to the minute, it will not go out exactly at that minute. You'll be in a list to go out at that time, and it could be anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour later that that message actually goes out. Okay, so just an expectation. Don't expect that if you say to send it out at exactly 12:02 that the message will go out at exactly 12:02. It will not. Normally it'll go out on a 15-minute interval. Okay, so I'm going to save this message, and I'm going to change this back to 0 because I'm going to want this to go, the first message, typically you want to go out right away. So I'm going to save. And it says message added. Hit the back to return to the list. And if I scroll down, it's just taking me back to the edit responder. If I scroll down, you'll now see I have one message on my list. Remember when we first went in, it said there were no messages. So, I have a message on my list. I have a pen symbol, which means I can go back and edit. I have a little garbage can I can delete. And one thing you'll notice is the message is in red. That'll be the title of your message. I also see a little play button here. Now, what happens is when you first create a message, or whenever you edit or change a message, it will automatically be placed in a pause mode. So that means, say I just typed in my message, I hit save, and then I realize I made a mistake. What you don't want is, of course, that message being blasted out to your list with mistakes in it. So, as soon as you create or change a message, it is paused. You can go back in, take a look at the message before it gets sent out. Okay, to activate a message, of course, just hit the play. It'll take you back around to the screen again. You'll see that the color of the subject will change, and instead of a play symbol, you'll see the little pause symbol. Okay, let's just do that now. I'm going to activate this message. There is no subscribers to this list, so it's not going anywhere. So I just hit that, and it just says message has been saved. And if I go back and look again, as you can see, it's not red anymore. And now I have a pause symbol. So if I want to go down my list of message and specifically pause messages, without having to delete or remove them for a particular reason, I can do that. So I might have 20 messages in my list, and maybe for some reason I no longer want to send message number 9 or message number 12. So I can just pause them. Of course, I can also delete them as well. Okay, so we've added a message. What we're going to do now is I'm just going to hit the back button. And when I hit the back button, I'm back to my screen. And as you can see, there's my responder in the list. We're not going to edit the responder anymore. What we are going to do is we're going to add a subscriber. So I just hit the add subscriber button here. And it's going to take me to a screen which shows me basically the option to add 3 subscribers at a time. If I only have one, I just need to fill in the first field. And very important, you notice it says choose responder. Which responder or which campaign do I want to add this subscriber to? I'll pick my business. There we go. I'm going to put in my email address. So I'm going to add myself to the list. And lo and behold, it already recognizes my information. It auto-filled for me. Of course, if you're putting a new email, it's not going to auto-fill for you. So you'll type in their first name, you'll type in their last name, and simply press save. That's it. It's going to come back, and it says added, the name. Let me just go back. And now you'll see I have a subscriber count of 1. I can look at my subscribers. It says show subscribers. There you are. And I can actually go in and edit the subscriber information by clicking the little pen, or I can add a new subscriber down here on the button. I'm just going to edit subscribers. There are a couple of things you'll see. There's the information we typed in. It also tells me it was added manually. There is a unique identifier code in here. You do not want to change this code. This is where you can also go and resend an unsubscribe, confirm. You can change, reset the timestamp, which means all the messages will get sent again, and a few other features like that. Okay, I'm not going to do anything here. There's also an option here for keeping custom data as well, where you can keep information such as the name and address and other options as well. I'll go into that on a later video. So I'm just going to, well, there's no back. I'll just, yeah, here it is. Where's the back button down here? I'll go back. We didn't want to save anything. So basically what we've done is we've added a responder or a campaign. We've created a message to send out, and we've added a subscriber. So if you have an existing list, you can do enter them one at a time. If you have a large number to add, you will probably want to do the bulk add, which I'm just going to press. You can just copy and paste comma-separated emails into this block for a bulk add, or optionally, if you have a comma-separated file with emails in it, you can pick a file and it will import. Just the one thing to point out, when you do this, check this little box or these buttons at the top here. Make sure to check HTML yes. Otherwise it will not send out HTML versions of your emails. And also make sure you select the correct responder when doing your bulk upload. If you don't do that, you'll spend a lot of time going through your emails one by one, either deleting them or changing them to HTML type messages. Okay, so once again, I'll just hit the back button because I'm not going to add anything. And that's it for today's training. I will do another training a little later on covering forms, how to create a form, how to place it onto your website, and how to place it onto your blog. I hope this has been helpful to you, and have a great day.